What are you wearing?
Foot. Oh, you mean this old thing?
Oh, she looks the bomb.com.
Aye, but we were meant to look like Primark.co.uk. We said smart casual.
Oh, Karina V. Jealousy doesn't look good on you.
Do you know what would look good on you?
What?
A paper bag over your head.
Oh, you cheeky wee...
Ladies, doesn't matter what I'm wearing, the starting 11 of the national team are always lining up at my door.
Hello?
Aye, to ask you to stop turning up at their hooses.
Dames!
Oh, what is it?
They've started filming!
Real dames of Pantoland. Watch our show and your day'll be grand.
For dames send their sons out, all the boys get their guns out.
Trouble in Pantoland? You know who to call. Wind.
After my Jack died, I learned there are plenty more fish in the SPFL.
I'm the pop princess of Pantoland with the pitch perfect pipes.
I keep the girls in check, and I keep the boys in my checkbook.
Real dames of Pantoland. I bet you wish your girlfriend looked like us.
Well, I'm glad it is the Christmas every day. With the COVID spreading and your family staying away. Whoa! I'm glad it is the Christmas every day. Wash your hands and keep your distance.
Wheel Dames of Pantoland, assemble!
Oh, shut up, Margaret.
It's wind.
Aye, we know it's wind. We can smell it through the Zoom and it's stinking.
All right, dames, that is enough. No, lend me your lugs, for I have some awful important news for yous.
Scotland beating Serbia was all a dream, and we'll be watching the Euros from home like normal?
No. This is about Christmas.
Is Santa dead?
Of course Santa's nae deed. In fact, he just got his physical and he was given a clean bill of health. Oh, do you see what I did there? No, anyway, as I was saying, it's about Mother Goose. She's only gone and caught the COVID.
No!
Aye.
No!
Aye.
No!
Aye. And didn't you say no again?
How'd she get that?
Oh, I know how she got it.
How?
Well, she was telling me the other day that saliva is a natural disinfectant, so she's been licking the honels of the trolleys up the big Asda.
Does that work?
Well, obviously no, she's got the COVID, hasn't she? Half-wit.
Listen, how she got it is nae important. Fit is important is that she'll nae be able to host Christmas dinner this year.
Oh no!
Oh, aye. So, somebody else is going to hate to take a turn at having his run.
I could have yous on.
Oh, but Mother Goose's Christmas parties are legendary.
Mother Goose's Christmas parties really are legendary. The girls are always trying to outdo each other with their dates, but you know who always comes out on top? Last year, I brought Alfredo Morelos with me. He was an absolute sweetheart until the Pictionary came out. Poor Margaret was trying to draw the Eiffel Tower, but she's rubbish at drawing. Next thing, Big Morelos puts a slide tackle on her, upends Margaret and the easel. Needless to say, it was a red card for him, and that was me dusting off my green and white hoops again. Speaking of hoops, hello? No, I haven't decided on what I'm doing on Christmas Day yet. We don't even know if Auntie Nicola will let us have folk round. Look, Scott, I've told you, I'll go on a date with you when you and the boys bring home 10. but your chances of that are looking like your chances with me. Slim to none. I'll give my best to Lenny. But tell him the same goes for him too. Alright, cheerio. Scott Brown. Handsome looking fella. But he just never gives up. If only he was as determined on the pitch as he is when it comes to courting me. And I don't normally like Baldy men. But will we even be allowed into each other's houses on Christmas Day?
I know, this lockdown is murder. I've had a tour of the Tenants Brewery booked since March that they keep postponing. I need something to look forward to.
Look, dames, we will just have to wait and see what wee Nicola says. But I am sure it'll all be fandabigozy!
You weren't saying that when it looked like she had secretly gone and got her hair cut?
Oh, aye, I ken, but you could see my roots for the moon. And she looked like she had just stepped out of a salon.
Salon Selectives!
And when she took everybody else out of lockdown in August and forgot about Pantoland, were you not calling for her to get the high jump then?
Aye, in fairness, it did make me swither about maybe doing something drastic in the voting booth next year.
Voting Tory?
She said drastic, no mental.
But dames, listen, I have faith that all will be fine for Christmas and that everybody will do exactly what Janie Godley tells us.
Janie who? I love Nicola Sturgeon. Frank, get the door. My feet are killing me. Where's my clicky pen? She smells like a trooper in no patience but with a laugh. Well, let's say we are able to get the party started this Christmas. Who's going to start it? I'd have yous round, but you know I'm staying at O'Brien and Stevens during this lockdown. Our wee son's out, Bubble.
What about you, Karina?
Oh, I'd love to have yous round, lasses, but I've just had 20,000 copies of my new single, Click Click, delivered to my house. It's like Boxing Day in there with all the boxes. Nah, that was the funny, was it?
I could have yous round.
I'm happy to do the entertainment.
And I'll bring the festive sons out Kerry out.
Cindy?
Cindy.
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 Okay, I'll do it.
Yay!
Our Jacqueline's away at hers anyway, so it'll be nice to have the company.
Okie dokie karaoke. So, Cindy is doing the hosting, Senga is sorting the drink, aye, but dinna you tan it all before you get there. Karina's in charge of entertainment, dinna make it all about you singing though. Now, to the guest list. I will say to Bill, Karina, you say to Cinders, Cindy, your Jacqueline's away, Senga, you tell Stephen and Brian, oh, and Margaret, can you let Buttons ken?
It would be my pleasure.
I bet it would.
So, what do you want me to do for food then?
Anything.
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 Helpful. Thanks, girls.
And what about Dame Judy Stench? Could this be the year to say to her?
Dame Judy Stench? Dame Judy Stench? Are you off your head, Margaret? Do you want your cape nicked? Do you want your man stole? If I see her again, I'll ram my foot right up her. Dame Judy Stench? What can I say about her? She's an absolute roaster. That's what I can say about her. See, we trained together at Prada. That's the Pantoland Royal Academy for Dramatic Arts, and we were like sisters. We did everything together. We rehearsed our song sheets, where he's behind yous, even where oh no he isn't, until it came to our final show. We were doing a Pantoland version of Still Game, and of course, I was cast in the lead role of Isa. Well, sheer my sheep, did things nae change. Thunder started clapping, lightning started flashing, and a look of pure evil settled all over her face. It was like when Audrey became the Queen of Mean in Descendants 3. It was absolutely terrifying. She started turning up everywhere. I would look in the mirror and there she was, lurking behind me. I'd be trying to get to sleep and I'd hear her whisper, "Dame Helen St. Mirren, I'm gonna get you." And then, on the night before we opened Still Game, I was standing at the top of the stairs rehearsing my very best Isa. Navid, when are you going to divorce Mina and marry me? When Judy Pure showgirlsed me from behind, sent me hurtling down the stairs. Luckily for me, Belle's beast jumped out and catched me and chased the stench that is Judy right out of Pantoland, and she's nae been seen since. Yon beastie, he saved my life, and that's why I'm sae nice to Belle and I let her hang about with us. Now, boys and girls, if you see Dame Judy Stench, you've got to mind and boo, for she's nae to be trusted. Ken? Alright, Quines, I think that is us finished for the day. I will buy a get well soon card for Mother Goose and I'll sign it for us all. And I'll maybe send her a wee bottle of sanitizer too. Who knows what else she's been licking? See ya!
See ya!
Hiya, Karina.
Hiya, Cindy. Look, just a quick one. I was talking to Cinderella and she was asking if you wanted a hand cleaning the house before Christmas.
Oh, well, that would be magic. But are you sure she won't mind?
Mind? Oh, she loves it. See, since this whole coronavirus, she's no stopped cleaning. Honestly, you can't put a mug of tea down without her bothering it with the Dettol wipes. I swear I've been tasting bleach for months. You'd think I was following that idiot Donald Trump's advice.
Well, if you're sure she won't mind, that would be great. Just tell her to WhatsApp me and we'll sort out when suits.
I will do. Right, see you soon. See ya!
See ya!
I first met Cinderella when I was auditioning to be a backup dancer for the Sugar Babes. She was there with them manky stepsisters of hers. Oh, the bullying they were doing to that wee lassie was absolutely disgusting. So I stuck the nut in Tweena and I launched Sheena into the canal. I told Cinderella that she could come and live with me and she has been here ever since. Oh, what a joy she is to have around. She's just so nice. Sometimes a wee bit too nice. I mean, she's a total pushover and that'll no serve her well in the real world. She wants to go to the university to do prosthetics and orthotics. So, I've been trying to teach her to be a bit more assertive and stand up for herself. Right, Cinderella hen, it's time to get you more assertive. So repeat after me. How you?
How are you doing?
No, try this one. You've got a face like a melted welly.
You seem like you have a lovely personality.
No, you're driving me mad, missy. Right, last one. Try this, right. Tweena, Sheena, who do you think you're talking to?
Tweena, Sheena. Thanks for the feedback. I'll try harder next time.
It's a work in progress.
What are you ugly lot booing at? Boo! Boo! Bah! Oh, here! Wait a minute. Where's my head with my name on it? Oh, that's better. There's only one real Dame of Pantoland, and that's me, Dame Judy marvellous me, best at the acting. Shakespeare, Chekhov is here, nothing to fear. Helen St. Marin's a fraud, she's one untalented broad. If you want a real class act, then come to me, Dame Judy. Just wait and see how we'll destroy them. Christmas Day, I'll make them pay, watch carefully. They drove me out of my land, the power's back in my hand. I'll freeze them in time until there's no more pantomime. Dame Judy.
Oh, hello, boys and girls. You've caught me having my morning tea. Absolutely delicious and sets my day off perfectly. I'm just going to pour myself a wee top up. Magic. That's me here in my wee sun's out bubble with my boy Brian and his husband Stephen. What a pair they are. They met at uni in Aberdeen and now they're back up here in Pantoland living. I get Stephen his job at the Pantoland General A&E and they jumped at the chance to move home. Aye, there's been a lot of downsides to lockdown, but bringing a smile to Brian and Stephen every day has to be the brightest of upsides. I do miss going out, but I'm a bit of a party animal, so I am. Get me on the dance floor and I'm like Theresa May, except with the ability to move my limbs fluidly. Oh, what a laugh we have here in Pantoland. Every month we all go out in a big rager and tear up the tune. What a scream Margaret Nichols big is. She's totally off her rocker. We all call her Win because she's always letting rip with these honking farts. She's like a walking creaky floorboard. She, however, thinks it's a cool nickname and now she's convinced herself that she's Pantoland's very own Avenger. The superhero Wind. We were out in Yates's and she rocks up with a cape and a mask shouting, "Nothing to fear, Wind is here." I was like, if you pass Wind in here, you'll be going through that windy there. We've got to the point where somebody always carries a bottle of Febreze with us just to mask the smell. Margaret Nichols big, more like Margaret Nichols stinking. She loves a drink, but so she's alright with me. And her cape is coming handy concealing a wee carry out in the park during this lockdown.
Welcome, fella dames, to the 37th weekly movie madness night. Are we all ready?
Oh, I sure am. I'm just glad we're not doing the quizzes anymore. Oh, I'm glad that we are now ogling men in the movies instead.
I canna take learning one mere piece of general knowledge while pretending I'm enjoying it.
Well, what movie are we watching tonight?
Clueless.
Oh, will you give it a rest with the 90s?
But Paul Rudd's never changing face, come on.
No! And don't even think about suggesting 10 things I hate about you, because that'll be number 11 and you'll be off my Christmas card list.
Jurassic Park? I love dinosaurs.
What about Home Alone?
I can do that one for yous.
I've seen that about 1,000,000 times.
Well, what about Home Alone 2?
Is that the one where Donald Trump gets fired by Alan Sugar?
No, that's The Apprentice.
You're fired!
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 Dames. I think you'll find it was the American people that fired Donald Trump.
There's hope yet.
Oh, I hear, did you ken that Donald Trump's golfing trousers have got a big flap in the bum?
Why have they got a big flap in the bum?
'Cause that's where he talks, Sooty. But listen, I ken the perfect movie to cheer us all up and put us in the festive mood.
What is it?
Apocalypse Now.
Oh, seriously?
Oh aye, that's a Christmas movie.
How is it a Christmas movie?
Well, it takes you 12 days to sit through it. I am sure there are partridges in the jungle trees. Oh, here, and Margaret, If you look closely enough, I'm sure you might just spot a dinosaur.
Yay! Oh, I want to watch Apocalypse now.
Nana, no, it's no Apocalypse now, it's Apocalypse Now.
So it's just Apocalypse?
Nana, no, it's no Apocalypse, and it's no Apocalypse now, it's Apocalypse Now.
That's what I said. I want to watch Apocalypse now.
Aye, well, you're nae watching Apocalypse now, and you're nae watching Apocalypse. You're watching Apocalypse Now. Oh, just start the movie. Fit like loons and quines. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean, hello boys and girls. Aye, that's more like it. Oh, fit a night we had watching Apocalypse Now. Talk about a laugh a minute. It was more like Carry On Cambodia. Oh, here, I've got to tell you this. I have asked Belle to join us for Christmas dinner. I'd been humming and hawing about it for ages until I bumped into her up at the big B&M's and my conscience ambushed me and I invited her along. So she's coming. Hooray. Aye, but come on, yous haven't met the lassie yet. Oh, the pear quine, fit a state. I mean, her hair is I was a total mess. She got a big glaikit coupon. And as for her slap, well, she hasn't got a clue. She has been banging on for donkeys about wanting to become a real Dame of Pantoland, but between me and you, the deluded wee soul just hasn't got fitted tax. However, my kindness kens nae bounds, and I have taken her under my wing, and I am giving her makeup tutorials. Today, we're doing lips.
Thank you so much for this, Dame Helen. You really are too kind.
Oh, I can, but only thing I can do to help them that's most in need. Kindness personified, that's me.
It is truly so.
Now, first, check yourself in yon mirror and tell me if you'll see.
Oh, just your plain old average girl from a quiet village.
Braw insight, top drawer self-awareness, plain and average is totally right. And that is one thing the real dames are not. No, today we are going to sort out your lips.
My lips?
That's right. I've got a cheek to call them lips. The wee stringy looking things where your lips should be.
Okay.
Right, now first, take out yon rock star red lipstick I gave you and you put that on. No. What on earth are you doing? See, that is your problem, Quine. You have got nae intuition. I mean, how is the beastie meant to snog the face off you if he's playing Where's Wally looking for your gub?
Okay, so what should I do?
Well, we're going to go in concentric circles around your lips like yon.
Like yon.
That's it. But now keep going, because we are wanting Kardashian big here.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Dame Helen.
Aye, but hold your horses. We're nae finished yet. Now, get out yon wee black pencil I gave you and put that on.
This one?
Aye, that's right. Now, I want you to draw a black line around your new lips. That's it. That is it. That is much better. Now, that is us finished for the day, but next time I am going to teach you all about contouring.
Ooh, what does that do?
Well, it'll help cover up those jowly bits that you've got.
Thank you so much, Dame Helen.
You keep this up, Quine, and in no time you will be a real dame of Pantoland. See ya!
See ya! A real dame. Wow, how wonderful. All my dreams really are coming true.
Oh, see what I mean? The wee soul'll never make it as a real dame.
Hello, boys and girls, it is I, the wonderful wind. Marvel at my powers to create cyclones, to give gales, and to turn tornadoes. That was me. Sorry about that, boys and girls. Better out than in, as they say. It's actually me, Margaret. Margaret Knickersbeg, aka Wind. I love being a superhero. I just go around Pantoland doing all sorts of brave and heroic stuff. I'm totally a strong, confident woman like Beyonce or Kamala Harris or Carol Smiley. Like just the other day, I saved a cat that was stuck up a tree. I mean, it did run up there because it was scared of me, so I just walked away and it came back down on its own. But if I had stayed there, it would probably still be there, so technically that was totally heroic. Who am I kidding, boys and girls? I'm a rubbish superhero. The other dames are so confident and sassy. I always just feel a bit daft. Can I let you into a secret? I came up with Wind to impress Buttons. He's just so dreamy and I totally love him. But he could never fall for a big flatulent fierty like me. I'm just so silly. I don't even speak the same language as him. He speaks BSL. And I just speak stupid old English. I mean, I don't even know if he's coming to Christmas dinner or not. Oh, you should have seen the state of me when I tried to ask him. Hiya, Buttons. It's me, Wind. Oh, sorry, Buttons. Sorry, Buttons, I have absolutely no idea what you're saying, but would you like to come to Christmas dinner at Cindy Lumber's house? Christmas dinner? Pull a cracker? Oh, a wee hat. Santa. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, a thumbs up, that looks positive. Okay, I better go before I do something stupid. See ya!
Hiya, son.
Hi, Mum. I thought you were just upstairs.
I was just bored and wondered what you were up to.
I'm just putting a shopping list together. Stephen's got up the big
Aye,
Asda.
very good, son. Let me tell you this. You're not going to believe this.
Mum, will you let me finish a sentence?
What's up with your cooking?
Nothing. Look, I'm just a bit stressed planning Christmas dinner. I know it's just the three of us, but to be honest, it's a lot of hassle I could be doing without.
Oh, did I forget to tell you, son? Cindy's going to host it.
Seriously?
Aye.
Mum, what did you not tell me for? I've wasted so much time in this.
See, your old ma never lets you do.
Oh, for goodness sake. Right, do you want Stephen to get you anything while he's out?
No, son, you know me. I don't like to be a bother.
Fine, then I'll tell him just to get...
Actually, I did say I'd bring the Sons Out Kerry out to Christmas Day, so tell him to buy a few cases of the old TL.
Sure. Is that it?
Aye. Oh, and maybe a bottle of vodka. Whiskey, gin, Baileys, Bacardi, absinthe, apple sours, tequila.
Sambuca.
Here you, I'm calling the shots.
Bye, Mum.
See the smile I put on that boy's face?
Oh, she's doing my nutting! Yes, her heart is in the right place, but she has no sense of personal space. Last night, she comes barging into our room at 3 in the morning saying she's had a nightmare, demands to sleep in our bed, and then paps me out 10 minutes later because there isn't enough space. Poor Stephen didn't get a wink of sleep last night. He was that worried he'd get soaked up her nose with the force of her snoring. I bet you she told you he jumped at the chance to lead up the A&E. But what she won't have told you is that she called round every hospital in Scotland to tell them that Stephen had changed his surname from Shipman, and that they should all watch it for that one. Pantoland General was the only place he could get a job. I mean, can she just come and stay with one of you? Please? Anybody? I am desperate.
Do you wanna build a snowman? No. Do you have to make me sing something be frozen every year? Will you just let it die? You thought I was going to say go, didn't you? Well, I'm just evil enough to hate Frozen. And all of you stinking brats. So, poor Brian is having to live with that tenant crazed mother of his. I smell quality matricide on the cards. Oh, how do I know about Brian? You see, I've been back in Pantoland for months now, and I've hacked into every one of the dame's Zoom calls. What can they expect when all their passports are Santa? Idiots! The only thing is, they had the location settings turned off, so I've yet to discover where they'll be on Christmas Day, but I have a plan. While they all have the IQ of a Test and Protect app developer, Margaret is by far the biggest simpleton. I'll trick that wee one-day weirdo into telling me exactly where they'll be on Christmas Day. Oh, yes, I will. Oh, yes, I will. Here. Come on, yous. He's a wee bit more than that. I'm screaming, oh, yes, I will, into my phone screen. The least yous can do is scream it back into your telly so I can hear you. Oh, that's better. Silence! The dames will rue the day they ever messed with Dame Judy.
Hello and welcome to this very special episode of MTV Cribs with me, your special guest host, Dame Karina B. Ross. Welcome to my crib. Now, let's take a look around, shall we? So, this is my living room. It's very exciting. This is my couch with all my pillows, dead comfy, and I just got it recently, so it's really nice. Round here, we've got a big box. This is absolutely full to the brim of my new single, Click Click, They're All Over the House. And this is my kitchen, and this is a wee table. You see, it was my birthday, so they're all my birthday cards. And that is my mum and dad. Oh, look at them, DBNF. They believed in me forever, and they knew that I'm going to be the world's most famous pop star and the best real dame of Pantoland. So, this here, we've got my balcony. It's been dead useful during the whole lockdown thing, because I've been able to do my yoga and do my running and all that out there. It's brilliant, just for getting a wee bit of fresh air. Let's see where else we'll go now. Oh look, it's my fridge. Ooh, let's see what we've got in here. Well, it's dead exciting, isn't it? We've got a case of lager, we've got some more lager, we've got some iron brew, and look, we've got some avocados, because I'm dead posh. Ooh. Right, let's see where else we're going to go. Oh, look at that. That's the bathroom, and that's all my makeup. It's lovely, isn't it? Let's go and see what's upstairs. That's us upstairs, and this is my bedroom, where the magic happens, as they say. Wink. Now, I've just moved in, so I've not actually got a bed yet, but I've got this couch and it's dead comfy, but I love it. And here we've got my window, got a lovely view out of there at Pantoland, and then behind me we've got my bebés. Look at my bebés, I love my bebés. Here we've got Brittany, and then we've got Christina, and then there, the pink one at the end, that's Lindsay Lohan. But my favourite one of all is Ariana, and that's who I'm wearing right now. Sorry ladies, the truth's got to be told. So, thanks for coming to my crib. It's been so nice having you here, but you have to get out now. See ya! That was my crib. Thanks for coming. Oh, do you like my painting? I did it myself. You see, I'm not just a musical artist, I do paintings and that as well, and like colouring in and all that. Oh, do you like this one? But look, that's the sky, and there the mountains, and this over here is like the desert, and this, well, this was supposed to be a cactus, but it's ended up kind of looking like Elsa from Frozen. Let it go, need to go. I can't hold it in anymore. Let it go, I need to go. Where's the lovey door? I've had a Vandala, and now I'm needing a poo. Let me hold it in. Next time I'm having the corner. That was just a wee song I made up. Did you like it? I'm always doing that, making up wee songs. I've been doing it since I was wee. That's how I knew I was destined to be a pop star. Oh, do you want to know a wee secret, boys and girls? Aye? Well, this Christmas Day at Cindy's, I am going to debut my new single, Click Click, with a live band. The girls' minds are going to be blown. Oh, first stop, La Maison de Lumber. Next stop, the Hydro.
Bagsy no telling Karina that her new song is rotten.
Oh, Cindy, that's going to be an awful awkward conversation for you.
Hey, hold on a wee minute. How am I getting lumbered with telling her?
Well, Quine, it's in your name. Cindy Lumber.
And she'll take it best coming for you.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, she can't hear it for Dame Helen St. Mirren, BAFTA award winner.
Aye, for being the laziest BAFTA in Pantoland.
You can't call her a BAFTA.
Oh, thank you, Singer. And anyways, I couldn't possibly tell her. I mean, I've had far too traumatic a morning already.
Dame Helen, what's happened?
Well, I gave the postman the fricht of his life when I went to the front door in the bear scud.
Oh, Helen.
Aye, and I didn't ken if it gied him a bigger fricht The fact that I was in the Bear Scud, or that I kent where he lived.
Oh, Helen, I know how much you liked him as well. Just say he stole your credit card and you'll get a new one.
A new credit card?
No, postman. The Pantoland Post really frowns on the fraud.
So will you tell Karina then?
Absolutely not. But I will say to Cinderella to tell her. She's that nice she couldn't possibly take the hump for cinders.
How could you do this to me?
Oh, but Cindy said...
Cindy said nothing. I invite you into my house and you set fire to my dreams.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just...
Well, away and just somewhere else.
What do you mean?
You need to go and find somewhere else to live.
But Karina, where will I go?
You can go and stay with Sleeping Beauty's new dafty pal.
Lewis Capaldi?
Aye. With a voice like that, I'm sure he'll be your new Prince Charming.
Oh, Karina, I'm so sorry.
Just go.
Oh. Well, I better go pack then.
You still love my songs, don't you, boys and girls? Aye. You see, the boys and girls still love my songs.
Well. Oh, I better go. Bye, boys and girls.
She's turned the winds against us. She's turned the winds against us.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Someone's in the Kitchen with Cindy. Of course, since my Jacqueline's away and no one's allowed in my house, the only things on the kitchen with Cindy are insecurity and self-doubt, boys and girls. Oh, I've bitten off way more than I could chew. I'm going to show you how to make a special Christmas pudding. I love a Christmas pudding and it's dead easy to make. Step 1, flour. So you pour in a good amount of flour. Best thing to do here is just to follow your instincts. Crucial part is to always take a pinch of flour at the start and just throw it in your face. We do this so if anyone was to walk in, they can see you've been working hard. Step 2, add the butter, the raisins, water, and the booze. We do this so if anyone was to check your larder, they can see that you've used all the ingredients up. Step 3, fire all of that in the bin and bring out the one you bought from Marks and Spencer's. Next time, I'll be showing you what ingredients to waste to make your own Yorkshire puddings and roast potatoes. Someone's in the kitchen with Cindy. It's Auntie Bessie. See ya!
What's up?
Contemporary patter, that's what's up.
You're right, Hen. I need to let the 90s go, don't I?
Yeah, I think it's for the best singer.
Aye, alright, Hen. I'll pack away my clueless VHS and I'll get signed on to the Netflix.
Oh, you've got a whole world of Tiger Kings, Queen's Gambit and reruns of Friends to look forward to. I'll give you Friends.
A timeless classic.
Aye.
What's this? I hear Brian is wanting rid of you, Singer. You're welcome to stay with us. What's this all about?
Well...
Well, what, Cindy?
Well, he just posted a couple of things on Facebook asking if anyone could take you off his hands for a wee bit.
Off his hands? It was him that invited me to stay during lockdown.
Yeah, but you didn't have to say yes. Or call it the sun's out bubble. Or crawl into bed with him and Stephen at 3 in the morning.
Aye, well, I'd had a nightmare that all I could drink was white wine spritzers and I just couldn't possibly sleep alone.
I ken him, but you need to give him his space. Him and Stephen are their own wee family now. I remember when our Jacqueline moved out. Oh, I sat outside her house for hours, watching her. But she was fine. And because I didn't bother her or let her know that I was stalking her, she came back to me. and visits me every week without fail.
So you're saying I shouldn't smother him?
Aye, Senga. It's like dating. You don't want to look desperate. Treat them mean to keep them keen.
Right.
That's what you need. A boyfriend. Someone else to occupy your time.
Oh, I don't know.
When was the last time you went on a date?
Well, it was Brian's daddy, God rest his soul.
Oh, like, I know you miss him. I miss my Jack too. But dating is a brilliant distraction. Like, I've got a date with Ryan Christie next week. Why don't I see if you can bring a pal along?
Well, I wouldn't kick odds and Edward out of bed for eating biscuits.
Big Eddie's a pal of mine. Sorted. Right, you tell Brian you're moving back to yours and I'll sort out my milkshake.
Your milkshake?
Did you know you?
What?
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
And they're like, it's better than yours. Long live the naughties. See ya.
See ya.
Hi, Mum.
Hi, son.
You okay, Mum?
Hi, son. I just wanted to make sure you know how much I love you and your Stephen.
Alright. Is everything okay, Mum?
And how much I've really enjoyed living with you both.
Okay.
But I really need my own space now, so I've moved my things back to my house.
Mum, are you sure?
Aye, son, I'm sure. Oh, I was having a terrible sleep at yours anyway. Your Stephen needs their sinuses looked at.
What?
Aye, it was like lying next to a pug with a cold. I don't know how you do it.
Alright, Mum, I'll tell him.
I love you, son.
I love you too, Mum. And you know, you're part of our extended household, so you're welcome round anytime.
Brilliant. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Okay, Mum.
I think I overreacted there a wee bit. It's just they don't like original music in Pantoland. I'm just a bit too zeitgeisty and avant-garde for them. Oh, poor Cinderella though. Oh, that was nice the way that I spoke to her. I better call her and apologise. Hello, is that you, Lewis? Cinderella there?
No person down.
Well, will you get her for me, please?
I'll probably get 20 years for this.
No, Lewis, I've told you before, I'm not doing a duet with you. You might have the voice of an angel in the face of, well, somebody for Whitburn, but you're no riding in my coattails to stardom.
I'll probably get 20 years for this. Gotcha. Person needs to fire hydrant and one person...
No, I will not hold you while you wait. Just get Cinderella, will you?
Gotcha.
Hiya, Cinders. Look, I'm really sorry I was so mean. Will you please come home? That's hilarious. Brilliant. Right, I'll see you soon. That was Cinderella. Turns out she knew I'd calm down and tell her to come home, so she just took an empty suitcase with her. What a laugh. So, if I'm not singing on Christmas Day, I better go and look at my Dean Park LPs. We've got to have something to listen to. Right, see you on Christmas Day, boys and girls. See ya!
Fit like Cindy.
Hiya, Helen. What's hanging?
Oh, my sanity by a thread. But I hear that you have got some exciting news.
Yeah?
Oh, aye. You've only gone and bagged yourself the nation's sweetheart, Ryan Christie.
Oh, yeah.
Him? Did he sound too excited, Quine? 'Cause you ken that bagging a footballer is the #1 KPI for a real dame. I will never forget the time I met Frank McAvenny at Aberdeen Airport's luggage carousel. He walked right up to me and he says, "Do you want your hold all?" I says, "You must be mistaken. I've got a suitcase." It was love at first sight.
The thing is, I'm constantly surrounded by fit men. But it's my Jack that's always on my mind and in my heart.
Ah, Jack was a good man. Gone, but nae forgotten.
I'll never forget the day he choked on that meatball that I made for him. To this day, I've never cooked from scratch again, for the sheer health and safety alone.
Aye, but you dinna have to forget Jack, Cindy, 'cause one day you two will climb yon big pearly beanstalk up to the sky and you'll be together again. But until then, you have got to live your life and let love back into your heart.
You really think so?
I do, and I will tell you something that no a lot of people know. I am actually from Paisley. And back then, I had a torrid love affair with one Alex Ferguson. Oh, I was proud, very proud. And I followed Big Alex all the way from Paisley to Pittodrie, only to discover that he had a wife. I says to him, I says, Fergie, just because you've got a book at home doesn't mean you can't nip it to the library every now and again. But he chucked me, and I thought I would never recover.
What did you do?
Davy Dodds, Mo Johnston and Johan Mjalby. I opened my heart to them and they all helped me to recover. And you can recover too, Quine.
Oh, Dame Helen, where would I be without your guidance?
Oh, probably still trying to bury Jack's body in the back garden.
Helen! We said we'd never discuss that again.
You're right, and I'm sorry, Quine. But you just promise me that you will give wee Christy a chance and open yourself to love and new possibilities?
To new beginnings!
To new beginnings! See ya!
See ya!
Hiya, boys and girls! I've been practicing my jokes for Christmas Day. Do you want to hear them? Have you been outside recently? It's proper Baltic. It's snow joke. Did you not like that one? That's very Rudolph, you. Do you know what? My teacher, she's pure raging because she found out that the Christmas alphabet has no L. Slay what? So I went to the Christmas tree shop the other day and the guy behind the counter said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yes, I'm fine." He said, "Are you just trying to spruce things up a wee bit?" I said, "No, son, I'm actually in for some Christmas tree lights. Can I get a what? Come on, that one deserves a round of Santa Claus. In all seriousness though, I've got Cindy Lumber a fridge for her Christmas. I can't wait to see her face light up when she opens it. Mic drop, I'm amazing. Dame Judy Stench.
Oh, don't hang up.
But I'm not supposed to talk to you.
What do you mean you're not meant to? Oh, sorry about that. Is that because of what poor Helen thinks happened on the opening night of Still Game?
Well, I mean, you did try and push her down the stairs.
Oh no, Margaret. Oh, sorry. Wind. That's what I've been trying to tell people all these years. I simply went to give Helen a friendly pat on the back. But in my excitement, I may have been a little forceful. Oh, how I would love to see all the other dames to explain.
Well,
I'm just a poor misunderstood girl. No one understands me in this world. Christmas Day, I'll be on my own, crying on my turkey all alone. Won't you please do me a kindness of extending me an invite? Won't you please do me a kindness of telling me where you'll be?
oh, I don't know. What do you think, boys and girls? Should I tell Dame Judy Stench where we're going for Christmas Day? I think that was a yes. And She's wearing that lovely dinosaur necklace round her neck too. I think I'm going to tell her. Dame Judy, we're going to Cindy Lumber's for Christmas dinner.
Oh, how wonderful.
And since it turns out that you didn't actually mean to push Dame Helen St Mirren down the stairs, I'm sure the girls will be ecstatic to see you.
Oh, I can't wait. Please, don't tell the others yet. It'll be such a lovely surprise.
Yeah, and you'll get to see absolutely everybody because we're doing a Zoom call with everyone in Pantoland on Christmas Day.
Most interesting.
Oh, speaking of Christmas Day, with all those Brussels sprouts, my guts will be rotten. I better look out my magic knickers.
Magic knickers?
Aye, they keep disappearing up my bum. See ya!
See ya! Well, isn't that the most perfect plan that ever was? This Christmas, I'll freeze every character in Pantoland inside Zoom for all eternity!
The loons in the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay, and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. Boys and girls, it's Christmas Eve. I can't believe it. Can you believe it? 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 I can't believe it. I'll stop there. But I absolutely love Christmas. It is the bee's knees, the cat's pyjamas, the dog's collar. And do you ken this? The Trumps, Donald and Melania, they invited me around to theirs for Christmas. But I'm nae going, 'cause nobody up here likes them, Ken. I mean, he kens it, she kens it, Patsy kens it. But I tell you this, I was that worried about missing my Christmas dinner when Mother Goose had to cancel. Oh, by the way, she is absolutely fine. I've just realised the writer forgot to mention her again after the first scene and yous might have been concerned. But like I was saying, I was terrified that I might miss out on my Christmas dinner, that I nearly phoned up yon Marcus Rashford to see if he could sort something out. Oh, he is a lovely laddie. Oh, and handsome too. Just like you, sir. Aye, you that I'm pointing to. That's right, boys and girls. Him and your host sitting beside you on the sofa. Who is he? Is it your father or your grandfather? Know that I'm fussy, Ken, as long as you're single. And you are definitely single, aye. Look at the state of you. Oh, he's smiling, boys and girls, but he's nae happy. And fit a lovely smile. Your teeth are like stars. Aye, they come out at night. Here, and tell me, fit's your name? Oh, he's gone all shy. Boys and girls, tell me, fit's his name? Oh, I love a traditional name. I didn't like this new trend where you name your bairns after the place where they were conceived, like Brooklyn, or Paris, or St Enoch's multi-storey car park. But you, Loon, you are welcome to join me for Christmas dinner. I've already decided what I'm having for starters, but I'm definitely having you for afters. And the rest of you gents, you're all safe for the dame's cougary clutches, but only until next year when the theatres are open again and you all come to see us dames in the pantomimes. Wow, Belle, you look amazing.
Tell me about it, stud.
You didn't do that in rehearsals. I bet you regret it, Noodle. Aye, that's easy for you to say. Wow, Belle, you look amazing.
Tell me about it, stud. And it isn't Belle, it's Dame Isabella a-ringing. And this bell is ringing for you, boys.
Lock up your doors.
The real dames o' Pantoland are in tune.
See ya! I'm so glad they created a special tier panto in lockdown measures so we could all spend the day together. And Cindy, that was the nicest Christmas dinner I have ever had. And fit a good idea to serve goose instead of turkey. It was like she was in the room with us.
Honestly, Hen, I couldn't eat another morsel. Except for dessert and the cheese board.
With skills like those, Cindy, the Michelin man will be banging at your door, giving you stars.
And the Brussels sprouts were beautiful.
Oh, it's no bother at all, girls.
Hello, Cindy, hello.
Oh, I think she's frozen.
Oh, thank the Lord, I need something to get this taste out my mouth.
Oh, I can. And thankfully I have heard that burnt gristle is a good source of protein.
Well, I'm just glad she didn't try and serve us meatballs.
Yeah, and I was lying. Those Brussels sprouts were actually just alright.
I can still hear yous.
Margaret, I can't believe you'd say that about Cindy's Brussels sprouts.
Margaret, that's an absolute liberty.
Margaret, what a horrible thing to say, awful thing.
Anyway, I think we should join the Zoom call with everybody else. Don't yous?
Aye, good idea, Quine. Now, where is the join button?
Oh, where is everybody?
Yeah, maybe they're on the next screen.
Oh, there's Belle, Buttons, Cinderella and Brian too. Hiya!
Oh, and look, there's Little Red and Rapunzel and Aladdin and Jasmine. Hiya, Goldilocks. Oh, this is amazing.
I think that maybe this has been the most perfect Christmas ever. I mean, food was perfect. Zoom is perfect. What could possibly go wrong?
Hiya, Judy.
Judy Stench.
That's right, you stinking lot. Banish me for Pantoland, will ye?
Banish you? I'll batter you if you do one thing to ruin our Christmas day.
Just you try it, Dame Helen St. Mirren, or I'll put a paisley pattern o'er your cootin'.
What does that even mean?
Silence! During my banishment, I have become a master of the dark art.
Oh, that's good, because you were rotten at the acting ones.
Cheeky boot.
Who are you calling a boot, you rocket?
Who you calling a rocket, you minger?
Who you calling a minger, you roaster?
Who you calling a roaster, you midden?
Who you calling a midden, you howler?
Enough! Oh, you will all cower at my conjurations.
What is she doing?
I think she's trying to cast a spell.
With heart of stone of pretty patel, and some of photos awful smell, then finish off with Sunak sneeze. Now all of Pantoland I
Yous didn't think we'd leave you like that on Christmas Day now, did yous? No, we just put that dramatic cliffhanger in so's the BBC's get somewhere to go when they pick us up for a full series. No, here is what really happened.
with heart of stone of pretty patel, and some of photos awful.
Nothing to fear. Wind is here.
Oh, that's right.
Hooray!
Oh, Wind, you saved us.
Thank you so much, Wind.
You truly are a superhero.
No. It's just Margaret now. And that's good enough for me.
Oh, Margaret, I am so proud of you, Quine.
There's something else I need to do now.
I found my happy place with the people that I love.
And Judy got what she deserved for giving Helen a wee shove.
When saved us all in Pantoland and won our Button's heart.
And who'd have thought that all it took was one big giant
Margaret!
So now before our time is through, there's one thing left to say. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Hogmanay!
Are you ready, children?
That was terrifying.
When the snowman brings the snow, where he just might like to know. The great big smile comes from Maggie's face. If you jump into your head, when you cover up your head, don't you lock the door till see Santa's not there. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. When the kids start singing and the band begins to play. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas.
I was walking through the street, started moving to the beat, and my fingers started to do this. I saw a handsome guy, started giving me the eye, so I blew him over a wee kiss. He asked me for my number, thought I'd go myself a lumber, and my heart had started to beat fast. Thought that he might be the one, gonna have myself some fun, thinking this is the one that might last. Why? Lock up your doors! 'Cause we click click. 'Cause we click click. You know we click click. 'Cause we click. If you are the one for me, I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. If I am the one for you, you'll give me everything that I want. Lock up your doors! 'Cause we click click. 'Cause we click click. You know we click click. 'Cause we click click. 'Cause we click. We're gonna click click. 'Cause we click. 'Cause we click click. 'Cause we click. 'Cause we click.
See? I told you she would like my song. Lock up your daz. The real Danes of Pantoland will be back. Mwah! See ya! Cut.